everybody, welcome back to Eeks and Geeks.
We're starting chaotic today.
Yeah, we are on one apparently.
My name's Kerstin.
I'm Siberia.
God damn it. I'm Lauren.
Pumpkin. We fucked that up.
What
Happened.
And last week was so good.
Where did our mojo go?
We had to revert back to it just being just as bad as it could be.
No one talked over each other, so at least we could edit it to just.
Oh, you could totally edit it.
I'm not going to. It's funnier this way.
All right, so this week was my pick in the cult section, and I picked.
But what about if we watched anything?
Well, I'm just saying. What we
let
did.
the
Ready or not?
set up.
I'm sorry. I'll just go.
Go.
You need to leave.
Leave.
Bye.
Anyways, we watched Ready or Not. But before we get into that, we'd like to discuss some things that we've watched. I have watched some things, but I'll let y'all go first.
I watched Creep 2.
Oh, that's right. You guys all went on a creep bender.
Yes.
It
I
was,
would have done it with you, but I've seen them quite a few times, both. So I was like,
and you didn't tell us earlier. What the fuck is up with
Yeah,
that, Lauren?
you guys,
so
I've seen
good.
a lot of movies.
What the
I can't
hell,
just
Lauren?
dogpile all the time about all the good movies I've seen.
But if there's one as good as Creep, you're supposed to tell us.
Oh my god, I watched it a few years ago. I don't know. Get on the train.
Yeah,
Well, all aboard.
it's found footage. It's creep. That's.
I love found footage. No, yeah, it was really funny too because I'd watched the first one and then I watched the second one and I told y'all about it. And then so Kerstin and Siberia decided to watch it and they were watching them almost at the same time and they were both texting me while they're play-by-play live reactions to the movies and it was so funny.
I watched Creep and Creep 2 and Bodies,
Same.
Bodies.
Not the third one.
Ooh.
So watching Bodies, I was like, okay, this is a good movie. And then the ending happened and that twist, I was like, I fucking love this movie. Because the twist is just so what?
I thought it was a little predictable. That was my only.
I love the ending. That twist was so
I mean, I liked it, but I sort of felt like that's what they were doing. So I was kind of like, okay, but I still liked it. It was a good one.
Now I want to watch it to see what I think.
It's good. I liked it. Oh yeah, and then I go through this thing every single year where I rewatch Repo the Genetic Opera, and I'm back on that kick right now. So
Zydrate comes in a little glass vial.
A little glass vial. Yeah. So
it's a horror musical. Get into it.
Oh my god!
I mean, I've heard that song before, but I didn't know what it was from.
It has Carmen from Spy Kids in it.
Oh, fun.
It has the original Christine from Broadway. She plays Mag, Blind Mag.
Yeah, she sure does. Sarah Brightman, is that her name?
It also has Paris Hilton.
Yeah, it does. I watched Creep and Creep 2 and Creep. Let me tell you, I wasn't just texting Pumpkin. There was one point in the movie when I was so scared that I called her and I was like, I can't press play. I can't press play on this movie.
Yeah, which part?
When he's standing in front of the front door with the wolf mask on, I was like, no.
But he's just standing there.
No.
He's just standing there.
You mean Peach Fuzz, okay?
Man,
It's not just a wolf mask. It's
Sorry.
Peach Fuzz.
Honestly, how dare you?
Yeah.
God, it was so good. But I loved the second one because Sarah's just as crazy as he
I
is.
fucking love Sarah.
That made that movie, because when you know the gag of it, it's like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But then they made it so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we knew he was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the second one, you're just kind of like, wait, what does she believe is happening? What does he know? What is he up to? I'm so confused. What's happening?
And then I also finished off Paranormal Activity 6 and 7.
Oh, how are they?
Yeah, what'd you think?
6 was fine.
6 was not good.
It didn't mortally offend me, but it wasn't great.
It was not good.
But 7 slapped my little ass. But I also would like to say that 7, I wouldn't call it a Paranormal Activity movie. It's not the threat is very physical. I would call it a cult movie, honestly. I could have picked it this week. It's very culty.
I watched it so long ago. I don't really remember the 7th one, but I know that I liked it. I just don't remember what it's about.
It's really good. Like, that does not take away, but I just don't. It does not fit the vibe of the other Paranormal Activities at all.
Mm-hmm.
And we are getting an 8th one, I found out. So we're not done yet.
Keep it rolling. I feel like you gotta just do it forever.
Oh, I'll be like 16. Let's go.
Yeah. EA 16, bitch.
Yay. So next, in the spirit of a movie about playing games, I thought we would play a little game.
Fun.
I watched Possessed by Horror do this, and I thought it was so cool. So it's reading bad reviews from a movie, and you have to guess which one it is. And it's 4 movies, and it's all ones that we've each picked.
Oh
yeah.
Boy.
So I'm gonna read 4 reviews for each movie, and the 4th one is the one that's like, oh, I know what this is.
Okay.
So this is Lauren's pick.
Okay.
And I will read 4 reviews, and you have to guess which movie it is.
Okay. Oh, from my picks. Okay, yes. I got you.
Okay.
Oh, I see now.
So this is
we're good at games.
Yeah. So this is Lauren's pick.
Okay.
All right. First review. An interesting idea that got old quick. No character or plot development of any kind. You have to
circle.
Wait. You have to wait until I get through all of the reviews. You have to wait until I get through all of the reviews.
But it's easy.
Next review. What a waste of time. I really like the main idea of the movie, but after watching it, I really asked myself why I forced myself to watch till the end. Third
Is this
review.
Still my picks?
Yes, I'm reading all of the reviews.
Okay, I got you.
Absolutely terrible. In fact, one of the worst movies I've ever seen. If you enjoy watching a bunch of people stand around and have a discussion, then you will love this movie. This concept is just as bad as the acting, and I'm extremely surprised that this was even approved for production. And the 4th one. How much do we value time? Apparently, I don't, as much as I sat through this whole movie until the end. I watched it with my family and thought of leaving the room a couple of times, but didn't do it out of respect for movie night ritual. That's an hour and a half I'll never get back. The movie was bad from every point of view, starting from the filmmaker, directing, acting, dialogue, plot. Everything is bad, amateur at best. That said, it's very inspirational as well. It makes you realize that if they were able to raise money for this movie and have it made to appear on Netflix, then it shouldn't be as hard as you think it is for your dreams to come true.
Kerstin, why did you come on here and
circle?
Like,
I'm sorry. Did you also do this for Mandy? I'm just curious if you're part of this.
Listen, I did this for all of us. I did this for all of us.
Okay. And y'all said my reviews are mean.
Holy shit.
I thought it was going to be like a different review from from all of the movies I've picked, a review from each of them, and we had to guess, but those were all circled.
Yeah.
You just came on here and just murdered Lauren. Like, you
God,
like,
okay,
that was
okay.
a brutal massacre.
My turn.
What?
My turn.
I did it for
My
all
turn.
of us.
My turn.
No, next is this one is Siberia's pick.
I don't want to play anymore.
You have to wait. You have to wait until I get through all 4 of the reviews.
Okay.
Because they're funny. All right, this one's Siberia's pick. I don't think this movie aged very well. Effects look cheap and low budget. The plot is kind of also a mess, but a very anticlimactic ending. Second review. Why are we pretending that this movie is good? Third review. It is too goofy to be frightening. It is too goofy to be frightening and too mean-spirited to be campy. Fourth review. The biggest one of all. Biggest waste of $4 movie rental of my life. This was supposed to be a horror movie. It's pathetically cheesy, very poorly acted, and the CGI is terribly unrealistic the way that they used it too much. The director of Spider-Man should stick to the movies like Spider-Man. He does not make quality horror films. I'm pissed that I wasted 40 minutes and even gave this a chance, that I can't get a refund.
Drag me to hell.
Damn. Like...
Yeah.
All of those are true, but I still like it.
All right.
Kerstin woke up and she was like, I want to be mean today.
You know, it'd be really funny if I just crushed everyone's hopes and dreams.
Hold on. Next is my pick.
Why am I last?
Listen, if I could give this movie 0 stars, I would give it. Horrible movie. Unwatchable, bad, boring. Choosing to watch this movie is like paying for a migraine. bad, really bad, indescribable bad, not even good bad, just bad.
Okay, actually, are these our reviews from the podcast?
Yeah, I think I remember saying this actually.
I feel like I said all of those things.
Okay, no, wait, this is my favorite. This is the last one. If I was 18 and heavy into drugs, this would be a fun movie to space out watching in my basement at 3 a.m. But as a rational adult male, I found the movie tedious, slow, boring, mindless, and pointless. Granted, I stopped watching after less than an hour, but even as a huge fan of Nicolas Cage, I just couldn't do it. Would rather listen to my own wife snore in peace.
Yeah.
Same.
Mandy.
He's a simple man.
Mandy.
No, I said it first.
Pumpkin already said it.
You didn't.
I did.
All right. No, this one's Pumpkins.
Yay.
This one might take you a bit until you get to
Yeah, I'm curious
last
because
one.
I think you've liked all of your movies.
I liked this movie at first, but the plot was confusing and it wasn't scary. I remember being a second review. I remember being very excited for this, but it turns out to be one of the biggest letdowns even until now. Boring, slow, and did not go anywhere. Not scary at all. The actors bugged me. The people who gave it good ratings only thought based off that one scene. Terrible film. If you like horror movies, you'll be disappointed. Third review. Fantastic acting. Absolutely awful film. The fourth one. This is the long
These are
one.
so vague.
I know.
I know.
Yours is gonna be hard to pick. It's you'll guess from this. It's one that we've all liked, but
I think I know what it is.
honestly, what the fuck to anyone who puts this movie at the top of their horror movie rankings alongside Midsummer? This is absurdly bad. 1 in an hour
I was
happened
right.
to this movie and
Oh.
nothing scary had happened. There was no plot. You didn't know what was the actual issue. It just is the last 10 minutes to have jump scares, and the end is pretty fucking stupid. Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell is he gonna do with a paper crown? And who the fuck are those naked people? And why does his father burn? And what the fuck is this headless grandma on all fours? Not scary at all. Haven't y'all seen Grave Encounters, Saw, The Conjuring, Sinister, Paranormal Activity? This is way lighter.
Hereditary.
Whoever
I knew it
wrote
from when you
those-
said that one scene. I was like, it's
Yeah.
the head scene.
Well, I was trying to think of like all the ones that like Pumpkin picked, and I was like, that would probably be the one that would have like bad comments.
Yeah, to be fair, it was very controversial when it came out, just with a whole crowd of like horror bros being like, not even scary.
Not
I
that
laughed
scary,
all the
bro.
time. No, I don't get it. It's like, fucking pay attention. I don't know what to tell you.
Just
Like,
have a brain. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, to be like the plot was hard to follow. I'm like, at what point?
What do you
When?
mean?
Like, what's he gonna do with a paper crown? It's not like a magic crown. It's just a symbol, my guy. Like God,
they're in a
media
tree
literacy.
house.
He
His mom
controls
just
Burger
floated up there
King.
headless.
He has a monopoly
He is
on
the Burger
fast food.
King.
He is
He
the
has a
Burger
monopoly.
It's me, the Burger King.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you were confused by Hereditary, I think you're just admitting to being stupid.
Yeah.
And then I saw that last one. He was like, "Haven't you seen Sinister and all?" And I'm like, "Boy, bye."
Yes, I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, I've seen those as well.
them.
Yeah,
they're not as
I've
good.
seen them. But yeah, that was the game. Pumpkin.
That
wins.
was funny.
Yes. So I thought it'd be like a good like laugh. To
Oh,
laugh
I
at
was
things
laughing.
That was so funny. My sides hurt.
I was so afraid that you were just gonna come on here, roast Lauren, and
I
then
know,
do like
I was
nice
like-
picks
Oh,
for
no,
me
no,
and
no.
Pumpkin.
I was going with like the worst ones, but then I went to Pumpkin. I was like, well, she didn't really add a bad one.
Yeah.
So I picked like the most
Yet.
controversial one.
It might be coming up.
All right.
I don't know what you guys will think of it.
Are you next? Who's next?
It's me.
No,
Oh, okay.
Siberia.
Siberia. Okay, so what
Let's
is
get into the
everybody-
plot.
Get into the plot.
Take the plot.
Oh, I guess
All right.
actually not yet.
Who
Sorry.
wants to share their thoughts?
Oh, I guess. Well,
I've seen this movie once before. Really liked it. Watched it again today. Still a really good movie. I think it's very fun and unique. I really, I looked it up. I can't remember what the main actress's name is, but
Mhm.
I really like her. I think she's
Tomorrow Weaving.
Yeah, I really like her. Yeah, I think the whole premise is very fun. And yeah, I give it like a 7.5. Okay. 8, like right in there. Like I like it. It's a good movie.
Yay!
Yeah.
I just watched it 2 minutes before we started recording because I'm guilty. Yeah, I really liked it too. I think it was more
boss battle.
It hit me more as like a dark comedy than a horror movie, which surprised me. It made me laugh like so many times, but it did have a lot of scenes that were like gruesome. Yeah, I really liked it. All of the acting was great. I thought all of the characters were like super funny. The cinematography was great. Surprisingly, there were a lot of like cool, nice shots that I thought were really pretty. And Grace might be my new favorite final girl. I adore her. She is so cute. Yeah, I give it a 8.5.
Yay!
Awesome. I loved this movie so much. I win. I'm redeemed. And like, you know me, you know us. We love a game. I love a game. I love a board game. I love any kind of game. So like this whole movie was just like my bread and butter. Like I was like, but can they like play a regular game first? I kind of just want to see them play a regular game first.
Like what does their chess night look like, you know?
Yeah, I was like and then Samara Weaving is so good in this movie. And like the reason that I really, really fucked with this movie so hard is because the whole time I was like, yeah, right decision. Yeah, right decision. Good job, bro. Good job.
She's a very realistic, like, main character where you're just like, yeah, that's how I would be reacting to.
Yeah, like she's smart and she's funny and she feels like a very real person. This group of like caricatures of like rich, crazy people, like she's very like grounding. Yeah, and I just like really appreciate it. Like she stole the movie for me. I gave it an 8.5.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with my thoughts. I mean, I love this movie. I picked it, obviously. I first really wanted to watch it because it's got Adam Brody in it, who plays Daniel, and I have had a crush on him since I was like a child watching the OC. So like, yeah, I just love this movie. I think it's fun. I like the art in it. Like if you look up all of the games that they pan to is all like hand created and made by like artists and stuff, and they feel like real board games that you would play.
I want to play them.
Like, fake. I know, right? And it's like, and they're like all from different centuries. Like when they do so like the painting, it's so cool. And
I want to go to y'all's house.
Yeah,
do you?
But not on this night.
Not on that night. Another night.
But yeah, I just love how like even when you hate the characters, there's something about them that is, I'm not gonna say likable, but makes them interesting.
Yeah, like, they're funny.
Yeah, they're all like funny. Fucking Aunt Helene.
Aunt is so funny.
Yeah, well, let's get into the
You didn't give us a number.
Oh, I give it 8.5 out of 10.
Oh,
what's the average?
Yeah.
So that's 8.5. Like an 8, 8.5. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Okay, math geniuses.
I feel so redeemed.
You did it.
Toast to Kerstin picking a good movie for once.
How do you?
Cheers.
For one.
I mean, technically, we all liked Anaconda. It was just goofy.
That is true.
That's true. Yeah.
I
forgot.
I fucked with Anaconda pretty hard.
All right, so let's start off. I didn't name the chapters, but chapter 1. The movie starts off with two young boys, Daniel and Alex, running through a mansion. Daniel has Alex hide in a wardrobe. A man named Charles runs into Daniel all wounded. He begs Daniel to help him, but Daniel yells out to his family, and the cloaked masked people drag Charles off into a locked room while his bride cries out. 30 years later, it is Alex and Grace's wedding. Alex has been estranged from his family, and he gives Grace a chance to leave, but Grace, having always wanted to have a family, is all in. Daniel's brother Alex, and the only family member that Alex cares about, even hints to Grace that she doesn't belong in this family in a good way and tells her that she should peace out. During wedding photos, we hear how the other family members dislike Grace, putting her down, and claims that she's only there for Alex's money. The only other family member that shows compassion for Grace is Alex's mother, Becky. She has a heart-to-heart with Grace and tells her that she also came from the lower class and married into money, and gives her advice. Discuss.
This setup's really good.
It's a solid setup. Yeah.
Grace is really pretty.
So pretty. Oh,
I was looking at her the whole movie, and no hate to the actor, but her husband is not
Margot Robbie looking ass.
Literally.
She's a 10 and he's like a 6.
5.
Yeah, Alex's brother Daniel is way more attractive than Alex. So like,
Daniel?
There were like certain angles where I was like, is that Dylan O'Brien? No, that's not him.
Yeah.
But like,
For
it's
real.
something in his face. He kind of looks like him.
Come on,
Like,
Teen Wolf.
I was like, is that Styles?
He's Seth Cohen from the OC.
Wouldn't
Not
win.
the OC.
I love her dress. Can I say that? I actually
Yes.
love wedding dresses with the long lace sleeves. I think that's such a cute look.
And like the waist was perfect, and like the tulle skirt was just, it was sitting nice.
Yeah, she looked fantastic. I was like, I want that dress.
Fun fact about that dress, the wardrobe crew had like 17 different versions of that dress because like how it gets like torn and scraped and scratched, like all through the things. So she just had like 17 of those dresses just all in like distress.
Yeah, I think I saw something about that once, that it's all like different versions of it.
Yeah, she's also in another cult movie called Babysitter, if y'all ever saw that.
Have you guys seen that?
I haven't
seen that.
That's on my list for one of my picks when we get to horror comedy, because I really like
because
that
that was one of the ones that I almost thought about picking for cult, but I was like, no.
and it's also her, and it's also a cult movie.
I know. That's a good one. I like that one.
And the opening scene, when we first, like, I really like the opening scene, and then when you first meet the aunt, I'm like, that's the bride from the opening scene. Like,
I didn't make that connection right away, but I was like, when they just pan over to her sitting there, I was like, me.
Well, because like, and then especially when she's like, let's play the game, whatever, I'm like, it's her. It's her. Like, she's convinced now.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, because that happened to her. But yeah.
I did not catch on that quickly. It wasn't until the reveal that I was like, oh.
They also do a really good job of setting this up like a normal wedding movie. Like, if you watched this without watching the trailer, you'd be like, oh.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. It's
like, this is your time. You can get out. I'm giving you an out.
Yeah. I like where they throw you into the movie. Like, not just the little first bit, but kind of just throwing you in like right when they're getting married, which seems like it could be a dicey place to throw you in, to just like people that you don't know getting married, but I feel like it's a good spot to start their story.
They made the characters so like cute and relatable and believable that like I feel like you didn't really even need that much build up. You can toss us right into a wedding and I'm already like happy for them, because I'm like, they're such a cute couple. Yeah, like, Grace is so cute. I love her.
You're like rooting for her because his family sucks, and you're like, oh, they're gonna be great.
Girl, been there, done that.
Yeah.
I think this movie is a good warning against getting married after only 18 months.
True.
When she was like, yeah, it's been 18 months. I was like, and you're getting fucking married?
That's not a long time.
That is not enough time. She's like, he's like, yeah, usually they're used to like a 3-year courtureship. And I was like, you say that like that's crazy. I think that's actually 3 years is actually not even that long.
Yeah. Literally.
And especially get this shit end of a deal from like, she learned her lesson real good.
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't know why. I love the family just standing around like talking shit about each other. So I was like, this is my favorite part of family get-togethers, but it's like you and like some cousin or auntie or whoever just in the corner, and you're like, fucking uncle,
can you
blah blah blah. Like, you're just doing drugs now. Like,
yeah. But speaking of the girl, I forget her name, doing
Emily
cocaine the whole time.
She crazy.
We haven't gotten to that.
Crazy.
We haven't gotten to her yet.
Oh, we haven't even met her at all.
Oh no, we haven't met her.
Oh well,
it was just the opening.
Spoiler alert,
Slow your roll. Slow your roll.
Chapter 2. That night, Alex tells Grace that they have to do a family tradition. The family gathered includes Alex's mother and father, Alex's aunt Helena, Alex's sister Emily, and her husband Fitch, and their 2 kids, Gabe and Georgie, Daniel and his wife Charity. They head into the game room, and Tony, the father, tells the story of how his great-grandfather started a company selling playing cards in the Civil War era, and how the family after has expanded it into board games and more. He says that his great-grandfather made a deal with a man named LaBelle. LaBelle bet that he couldn't figure out the puzzle box, and when he did, he funded the business. Now they pull a card from that same puzzle box when a new family member joins, and the family has to play whatever game is pulled. The results can be anything from chess and Old Maid. When Grace pulls her card, she pulls hide and seek. Tony tells Grace that she can hide anywhere in the house, and after a count of 100, the family goes to find her. Grace goes off to hide, while unknowingly by Grace, the family arms themselves with weapons ranging from guns, axes, crossbows, and bows and arrows. Alex does not partake in it. Instead, when his family goes off, he goes through secret passages and heads to his room. When Grace gets bored of hiding in the dumbwaiter and also heads to the room, Alex grabs Grace and tells her to hide. A maid walks into the room, but then gets shot by Emily after she is mistaken for Grace. Daniel and Helena drag the maid, Clara, off. Discuss.
Yeah, damn.
The fact that they don't, like, he or anybody doesn't tell her anything at all. Even from I watched the whole trailer and I still thought that she knew what she was hiding from the whole time. So, like, the fact that, like, she didn't know and they were just grabbing guns, I was like, this is a gag. They're gagging her.
That whole scene is just, I love it because it's just Grace, like, unknowingly, like, oh, I'm gonna go hide.
She's like,
playing, and they're like playing that like creepy ass like hide and seek song while they're like,
oh my god,
gearing up with like a fucking battle axe and bows and arrows and crossbows.
Yeah. And that guy's
she's like,
I don't know how to fucking use this thing. Do you know how to fucking use this thing?
Yeah, I love that juxtaposition of her just being like, are we really gonna play that? And like, she's like, ooh, okay, I'm gonna go hide upstairs.
And they're like,
they're all like,
literally. But like, some of them are so reluctant. Like, you can tell the mom is like, I don't want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I said the mom has a church lady smile, same as like Joan from Hereditary. The like, you know, that smile. I can't even make my eyebrows do that. They like have sad eyebrows like... while smiling. Yeah, I can't even do it.
Looks like you're doing the John Voight face.
Not the John Voight face.
I was so nervous for her too, because like, of course, she doesn't know the like they're trying to kill her. So she's just kind of taking her time, just wandering around. I'm like, you only have to the count of 100. Please run.
Yeah.
Oh. And like, she's in that full length wedding dress, like just moseying down the hallway.
Truly
taking her time.
Yeah.
Doesn't even know. It's funny though, because they never like, I guess the maid does later, but like they never check the dumbwaiters. I'm like, you probably would have been fine if you just hung out in there the whole time.
Yeah.
And that scene in the bedroom when she realizes and she's like,
like behind the couch.
It's just like, what the
and the scene of the maid, like the whole maid thing is just so violent.
Bam. And then Emily runs in and they're like, why'd you shoot her? And they're all like, oh, she was our favorite.
She's like, I thought it was her. And they're like, do you see her wearing a big fucking white wedding dress? Like, how did you? They're blonde and brunette. Like,
she's
how could you ever mistake?
Up.
Yeah,
she is
coked up.
She is not on the same plane of reality as the rest of us. I love the wardrobe of this movie. I like what's her name? Charity. Her dress with the sequins. It's very it's giving like Art Deco 1930s. I really like that dress.
Yeah, the costumes are gorgeous.
Yeah, I love them.
I would also like to say about the bedroom scene when they're like, let's get her out of here. We don't want her to like figure it out. I'm like, would the big ass blood stain in the middle of her bedroom not be an indicator that something happened here?
Something seems afoot here.
Just move the body. The blood's not suspicious.
Yeah, right.
No, that's normal.
If there's a rug there, you can just like pull the rug away.
Roll it up.
Toss it, yeah.
I guess.
I'm also like, why don't they want her to know? I guess because they are wanting to kill her, I guess.
Well, so... maybe because I was like watching it while I was working, so I just maybe don't remember like what the whole thing is. Is it that if they didn't kill her, would they be all good? Or it was like that's the only game that like they have to kill the person?
Yeah, that's
I think hide and seek is the only game where it's like
they gotta kill her.
Yeah, they have to.
So why even give her? I guess just so that it's still a game. I was gonna say why not just like kill her?
Well, because he even makes the point where he's like, we have to turn off the cameras because they play it like they did back in like great grandpa's time, so they have to play it correctly. So they like, give her a countdown so she could run off.
You saying that made me think of it being like a Squid Game type scenario where they're like playing checkers and she loses. She's like, oh man, and they just fucking shoot her.
And they just
fuck.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's the only one because then When,
It'd be terrible for me. I'm awful at checkers. I don't know why. I am though.
It's so simple, Miss.
How can you be that bad at checkers?
I have never won a game of checkers. Not once
Ever?
in my life. No, I don't know
Well,
why. I'm bad at
congratulations.
checkers.
Well, if you pulled that game, you would still be alive. It's just hide and seek, right?
Yeah, I guess that's
Yeah.
true.
Like when Finch
That
is
one, they
like,
just take a finger.
Finch is just like, I played Old Maid. Who plays Old Maid?
What is Old Maid?
Yeah,
It's
what
a
are
card
the rules?
game.
It's a card
Oh, it
game.
is?
There's
Oh.
like, I remember there's like pictures on them.
Yeah, there's like an old maid.
There's like a goose.
There's like an Old Maid.
There's like
or
an
something.
Old Maid or something. Yeah.
I played it when I was a kid. I don't remember.
Oh.
Well, now I need
okay.
to jog my memory because now I need to know what it looks like.
I looked it up. Huh. Interesting. I love games. I would
Same.
be all in.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, I was like, oh, we're playing games. Do we have to? We only have to play one. I want to play more than one.
I have a question for you guys. Have you guys ever thought about like, in like all seriousness, thought about like if you had to hide and your life depended on it, where in your house you would hide?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, me
Ooh.
too. I have a
No,
spot.
but I
Like
will now.
if I knew like a home intruder was in my house with like a gun or whatever, I know
Mhm.
exactly where I would hide because he'd
Yeah.
never find me. It's such a
Mhm.
good spot.
Yeah, I think I have mine too.
I don't think I have one. Oh,
You
no.
should
Really?
You should get one.
Well, you
I-
just moved into that house, so
Yeah, I just moved
That's
in.
true.
I gotta
We'll give
figure
you a
out.
pass.
Yeah.
Before
So-
my
we
house
murder
is
you.
small. That's hard.
So I have a question for you guys. If say you were marrying somebody, and what if they explained what the game was to you, like beforehand, like Alex didn't do? Would you go through with the whole night wedding thing?
No.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe.
like, 'cause
I think I'm better at hiding than
Maybe.
her.
Because it's
Well,
like a
to be-
one in
to
a
be
million chances
fair,
of like pulling it.
I know. So it's
Yeah.
like if he did explain and was like it's almost always like this, like just some random game where there's no consequences, but there is a card where like we all have to hunt you until you're dead.
But
I
I
probably
think-
wouldn't believe him. That's the bad thing. I'd be like, "Haha, okay, sure.
That's
I
how you get
think,
killed in a
though,
horror movie.
Is that like it wasn't like a deck of cards? I think LaBelle chooses what game for which person because they put a
Yeah.
blank card in the box
Yeah.
and
Oh,
she pulls
true.
it out and it has a game on it.
I think
Mm.
Daniel also hinted. It sounds
So I think
like
he's like, no, she's gonna die.
Right.
yeah, it sounds like all of the people that are pulling cards are like decent people because like good people because you meet Charity and Fitch and they're awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even like I think they hint to it too because Daniel's like you don't belong in this family in a good way. So maybe that was like
Mm.
weeding out people that don't belong in the family or whatever. Like that
Mhm.
was the
Oh,
Belle like
maybe.
weeding people out.
Maybe
The moral of
LaBelle
this movie is
knew.
don't be a good person.
Yeah.
Don't be a
Not that
rich
family.
person.
I like the sort of spin on it being like a lot of families have game nights and it's just
Yeah.
like we've done game nights together
Because we're a
But-
family.
because we're
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
But then like this like crazy like ridiculously rich family is like they have game night. They do have
in
game
their
night.
way.
We got game night.
They've got game night.
Where they hunt people for sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a game. It's game night.
You call deer game, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Game night.
There you go.
Are you guys good at hide and seek?
Yeah.
Well,
I would say
I've
so.
played since I was like about
kid.
half my height now.
Right. Right.
That's true.
So I'm a
I was
large I'm a large girl.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was very flexible, so I could like hide in like
you
just
weird
like
spots.
fold up
Yeah,
in like a little spot.
Yeah.
I liked getting in the washing machine. Nobody ever thought to check.
I did in the dryer.
Yeah.
No, I was
We
never
have
that
a-
small.
We have a front loading wash, but we have a top loading dryer, so it's easier to just get in the washer.
Oh,
machine.
okay, yeah. I would get in the dryer.
Yeah.
That's how you break a washing machine. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
How heavy do you think I was? Okay.
I feel like anything more than like 40 pounds is gonna fuck up a washing machine.
No, it's fine.
No. People ride washing machines all the time.
Well, on the full top.
They used to ride these babies for miles. Sorry.
All right, you guys ready for chapter 3?
Yeah.
Let's do
Uh-huh.
it.
Alex takes Grace through some secret tunnels and explains to her what's going on. He tells her that she pulled the only bad card that you could pull, and now the family has to hunt and sacrifice her before sunrise. He tells her that they had to go through with this because if you don't pull a card from the box, then the bride and groom both die. He tells her that he's going to get her out of the house. The house is on full lockdown, but he tells her to head down the hall and take the door to the kitchen, and he'll head to the security room and lock all the doors. Grace takes the wrong door and opens up into a hallway that leads to her new in-laws. Emily goes to shoot Grace but misses, and Grace escapes. Grace heads into the game room trying to find a way to escape. Daniel enters the room. He tells Grace that he has to warn his family, but he's going to give her a 10-second head start. Grace runs off after he spends his time counting slowly. He calls out to his family. Discuss.
The scene of him counting and her running is fucking iconic. It's so good.
It is.
I think Alex is an idiot. They should have just turned it into a game of sardines where like it's his house. He could be like, oh, here's like the best hiding spot. The two of us, we just like make it till sunrise or whatever.
Yeah. You know all the ins and outs, baby girl.
Why would you even put her at risk? Be like, yeah, just go through the kitchen and blah, blah, blah. Like, how about you and her just hide until the sun comes up?
Yeah, because the whole plan to like turn on the cameras or whatever to the electricity to get the doors to unlock. It's like you're introducing too many factors. If you could just fucking hide and stay hidden.
Yeah.
It's
a big house. Just hide.
Also, Emily's a fucking menace to society.
Like, Emily needs to calm down.
Get that gun out of her hands.
He's like, aim at the center of gravity. I don't know what I'm doing.
We know.
Give her a different weapon, something with less.
Give her just like a stick.
Yeah,
like
a sword.
And then the fucking like.
I love Fitch. So, him just watching a tutorial on how to use a crossbow in the bathroom.
Because
he was like, I'm gonna fucking use this thing.
It's so good. I just love how relatable the characters are because I'm like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how to use it. First thing I do is I Google how to on YouTube how to use something. It tells me. This also shows you like how selfish Alex is.
He's the worst.
He's so awful. Like when he like tries to pin it on Grace because she was like, he's like, well, you're the one that wanted to get married.
And she's like, you're not going to put this on me. She loses her mind.
He's like, if I would have told you, you would have left me. I'm like,
it's like,
good.
Yeah.
Then she wouldn't be in this situation.
You psychopath.
What an idiot.
Yeah, because
or also like we would have like come to an agreement where like we aren't married, but we'll just live together.
Right, just
forever.
be together and like not have a wedding.
What do they call
like,
it? A civil union? God. Yeah, just like you don't have to get married. I know people have been together for like 10 years and they're still not married. Like it's fine. It's fine.
It's like I liked Alex until this scene, and I was like, this is very like.
You should have told her, bro.
Yeah, this is shitty. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's awful.
I mean, I guess you could argue, like, he thought there was, like, the chances of her getting the hide and seek card were, like, really slim.
Mm-hmm.
But still, like, bro.
But
I think should have at least
in a while. Like, you should have expected. Like,
yeah, I think that's what he was banking on was that, like, okay, she wants to get married. I don't want to be around my family, but we'll do this. We'll get it over with and we'll leave. And then he saw that the card was I forgot to talks about when the card was pulled and you just see the look on everyone's faces and she's like and they're like, oh no.
It's so uncomfy.
It's so uncomfy. I like how it shoots to Daniel's face first and then Alex, and it's like
yeah, this movie just confirms my assumption that all rich people suck. So
yeah.
I kind of already knew that. I had such like a love-hate relationship with Daniel. I know he's in like a tough spot, but like he's like trying to do the right thing, and it's like, what even is the right thing in this situation?
He's half-assing both sides, and it's like
he's like, I just don't want to be here, man.
Yeah.
He's got that like because he's probably an alcoholic because every time you see him, he's like got a drink in his hand, like even when he like. And he doesn't want to do this, but he feels like he has to because it's his family. And like, And I think in his brain too, he's like, I have to protect Alex. So like that's kind of his like thought process is like, I have to protect Alex. So maybe he has this thing in his brain of like, maybe this ritual is real, but also this ritual could be bullshit. And like, I can't kill like my brother's love.
Yeah, I made a note. I said, at least this whole family is a bunch of bumbling idiots, or else Grace would be in real trouble.
Definitely.
For real though.
It like makes me think, how did they get Charles so good? Watching Grace like bumble it all.
They're so stupid.
We haven't gotten there yet, but I'm like, Grace literally goes to the place where they're gonna put her.
Yeah.
Like
avoid.
All right, you guys ready for the next chapter?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, chapter 4. Grace's escape is blocked by the family butler, Stevens. She, in turn, splatters hot tea that he was preparing all over his face and runs away. Alex is restrained by Daniel and Tony after he attacks the latter. Grace is seen by the third maid, but the maid accidentally crushes herself in the dumbwaiter, then yells for the family. Grace runs to the stables where Georgie shoots her in the hand. She knocks him out and then is startled by a goat, and she falls into a pit with corpses of the Damas's from the previous sacrifices. She escapes and squeezes her way through a front gate. Pursued by Stevens, she fights him off, takes his car, and tries to call the police using the car's onboarding system. The operator informs her on the recorded call that the call has been reported stolen. The car has been reported stolen, remotely is turned off, and the police has been sent. Stevens subdues Grace with a tranquilizer gun, but she awakens, attacks him, causing the car to crash and kills him. Daniel, nearby the crash, captures Grace, realizing that his father is secretly watching. Discuss.
I think
that was a really big chunk.
Yeah, oh my God.
So this is where, so for the readers, I wrote out the first 3 chapters, and then I was like, I'll just get a copy of the rest from Wikipedia. And now that I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, I should have just kept writing.
Yeah, we missed the part where she puts a nail through the hole in her hand. I was like, it's like watching Home Alone and being like, don't step on the nail, don't step on the nail.
When she sees that kid and is like, oh, I know this is really scary, and then just boom, shoots her right there.
I was gagged. I was like, Georgie, what the hell?
Like,
I saw everybody else doing it, Mom. Sorry.
When she like punches him though, I was like, hell yeah.
Same. And then when she gets out, she's like, you little fucker.
Is this off the record?
It's satisfying.
Is this off the record? How we always wanted to punch a child.
It looks so satisfying to just be able, because it's like something you so can't do, but if you just got that chance, a kid shoots you in the hand and you just get to.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If that kid shot me in the hand, I'm punching the shit out of that child.
Yeah, you're not waking up, buddy.
I used to be a daycare teacher, and I had like the babies, and I love babies, but then every once in a while I would have to help out with like they had after school, which was like 5-year-olds to 10-year-olds, like after they get out of school, whatever. And I had to help out. And like this one kid was being like a little shit. And I was like trying to tell him to like quit. I was like, let's like be nice and just pick a different game or whatever. And he was like, you're not my mom or my teacher. And I was like, you're lucky I don't want to go to prison.
Dude, yeah, but I can be your worst nightmare.
Yeah. Just terrorize them.
Also, when she squeezes through that fence and it's like cutting her up.
I'm like, oh God.
She's got good screams. I was thinking that the whole time.
Good.
It's like she's got a really good
one at the end. We'll get to it.
Whoa, that one went off the rails.
I was like, what's happening?
I had been thinking the scream thing the whole time, and then there was that one, and I was like, okay, well maybe not that one. That one.
It was like the vibrato. Man.
Yeah, literally. It was like it's turning into a song.
I love her look with like the bullets across her chest and the gun, and I was like, I want to cosplay.
This. Another thing I like is like the little pieces that make you laugh, like her screaming, "You motherfucker, you little fucker," to that kid, and then like when she tries to like wave down that guy, and he's like, "Fuck off," and he drives, and she's just like, "What the fuck? Wrong with you?"
Everything with Justin was so funny. She's like, He's like, can I help you with anything else? She's like, yeah, go fuck yourself, Justin. He's like, okay. All
Okay,
right.
bye.
All right.
That's exactly how I would be in that situation. I'd be like, fucking help me, you fucking asshole. Are you kidding?
I would also be Justin, though. I'd be like, please stop yelling at me.
Yeah.
I'm just
Like,
doing my
man,
job,
please-
lady.
yeah.
I can't help you.
It's like I could relate to both sides. It's like I've been the
Yeah.
customer service person, so I've been like, can you just calm down? then
The
Go ahead.
butler like singing to himself while like getting a snack and making some tea was
So good.
funny.
And then
And she's like-
he gets to like listen to it in his car later, and he's just jamming out.
I like the little pieces of when she's hiding from him and she's like, click, and then he'll stop and you're like, oh.
And then he just keeps going.
La, la,
Yeah,
la,
the
la,
kitchen
la.
scene was really good.
It was
Yeah.
really funny. I also the maid like getting crushed. I was like, yeah, that's what you get, bitch, for trying
Yeah.
to sell out great
That-
Snitch.
Get crushed.
That was crazy, though. I was like, the maids are going down.
Yeah.
In this movie, like one
need
by
fodder.
one.
Yeah.
because before that, when she leaves the game room, they all come in there and they're like, where is she? And Daniel's like, oh, you just missed her. And then the maid comes in and is like, guys, I just saw her. And then Emily shoots the crossbow because shrieking.
Oh, right through her mouth.
They're all like, Emily, what the fuck?
Like, I'm not good at this, okay?
It's like maybe sit this one out.
Yeah,
Just
maybe
watch.
go join Alex
Yeah.
in the bedroom.
Maybe just
And then-
watch this one.
And then when Aunt Helena like goes to talk and you hear sputter from the maid, so she goes over and just whacks her with the axe.
Because you know she's itching to do something.
She's got all that pent up rage.
She got that violent craving.
Also, I thought it was funny that the aunt had like an accent, but nobody else did. I was like, what is this accent? Everybody else is American. What's happening?
When you see your husband get killed on your wedding night, it turns you rush.
I was like, I can't even tell what the accent is. I was so
Just-
confused.
Vaguely foreign.
Yeah.
Vaguely
No,
Foreign is my new band name.
Oh, what
I
is
like it.
Paraguayan or wherever from
Oh,
Anaconda?
Oh, yeah,
Par-
sure.
Paraguayan, yeah.
Yeah, that's the accent.
Yeah, we remember.
That's where they were from.
I also love when he when Stevens is like has her tied up in the back seat and he's like jamming out to the song while the
Mhm.
family's like watching on FaceTime and they see her from behind and
Yeah.
they're like, turn down the goddamn music.
He gets smoked.
How did he catch up to her so fast? Like she drove off and the car stalls for like 2 minutes and he's like at the window. I was like, how'd you get
Like-
here? You were
They've got side
booking it.
roads.
He knew a shortcut, I guess.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he probably did.
Yeah.
Also, I thought that if she should have just like hid in the woods somewhere because he was driving by and then it's like he caught
Literally.
her shadow or something. And I
Right.
was like, you should just
Or-
fucking hid there.
Just keep running.
Oh yeah, just keep fucking
Just
in the
keep
woods.
going.
Yeah,
Just
just keep
Climb
going in the
a
woods.
tree, find
Yeah.
like a pretty easy tree, just hide yourself up there and then just hide
That's-
till the sun comes up.
I
Yeah.
always think that in like movies where someone's got to like get away, it's like if you could just get outside, I feel
Yep.
like you can hide.
Anywhere.
Even if there's nowhere to
Somewhere.
hide, like if you just keep going,
Just keep
Like,
going. Yeah.
go in some water, like just keep it's especially since it's dark out. It's like you
Yeah.
can just like be 50 feet into the forest and not move, and like your odds are
Get like
pretty
under a bush and you're
Yeah.
probably fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
'Cause
take
there's
the
so
white
many
dress
options in
off.
nature. It's meant to be hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Thought she, with her hands tied in the car, I thought she was gonna like try to choke him out again. I was very surprised when she started kicking. I was like,
Yeah.
oh girl, I would have been like, you either
Yeah.
drive us some way or I'm gonna kill you or something.
Yeah.
But she just starts kicking. I was like,
That
girl,
dude's
this is
gotta
not
be-
gonna end well for you.
Yeah,
You're
you got
also in the
chopped on.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she fucking kicks and the car just
I know. I was like, girl, I don't know that
Her
was really.
screaming during that, like when the car's flipping and she's just like screaming bloody murder.
And I like how Daniel's out there and he's like, I came out here to like get away from all this.
Yeah.
Here you
And this
fucking
bitch is
are.
right back where we started.
I
God,
let,
it's so
I let
frustrating
you
'cause you think
escape.
she's like off the property. She's
Yeah.
gone. She's
Yeah.
home free. And then he's like, no.
But then he changes his mind late. I was like, Daniel, just make a decision.
Well,
Help
I
her or
felt like-
don't.
I felt like he was like because he knew his dad was watching, so I thought
That's
he was
true.
like, well, I gotta, pretend, and then I thought he was gonna have like a whole plan to get her out again, but I don't know.
I felt like he was just very like he was like, I'll do whatever seems like the least makes me look like a bad person right now.
Right.
Yeah. I agree. Daniel's just kind of there. He just wants this night to end.
He's looking like
him.
a snack, though, I will say.
Such a snack. The final chapter. The Les Damasses drink from ceremonial cup, but as they prepare for the ritual, they begin to vomit blood. Daniel frees Grace, having laced the cup with non-lethal dose of hyaluronic acid. Charity shoots Daniel in the neck, leaving him to bleed to death, and Grace disarms her and bludgeons Tony with a lantern. In the ongoing chaos, the mansion is set fire, and Grace is attacked by Becky, whom she beats to death with the LaBelle's box. Alice escapes his restraint and goes to rescue Grace, but she pulls away from him, realizing that she will never trust him and will most certainly leave him once she escapes. He subdues her to complete the ritual. Grace breaks free from the ritual table after being stabbed in the shoulder. Just as the sun rises, the Les Damasses brace for death, but nothing happens. Believing themselves safe, Helena attempts to attack Grace, but suddenly explodes, with the rest of the family exploding soon after her. In the last moments, Alex desperately attempts to apologize to Grace, but she declares that she wants a divorce and throws her wedding ring at him as he explodes. The LaBelle briefly appears and gives Grace a slight head nod. She walks out of the burning manor as the police arrive and ask what happened. Grace replies, "In-laws."
This whole ending was so funny. I was like crying with laughter.
Like, you want to talk about camp?
Yeah.
Like, come on,
exploding. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's not just like they don't just like keel over. Like, they literally explode, and it's so absurd.
It's so funny. I was losing my mind because I was so stressed the whole movie, and then I was like, bah!
And she laughs. I love that she's just like cracking up. She's like, because it's just as funny to her.
She's like, oh my God, what?
And I also find it so funny that it's revealed that it's like, it's just Satan. It's Satan.
Hail Satan.
Yeah, when they're like, hail Satan.
I was like, oh, so y'all are just, okay. Y'all are just really extravagant Satanists.
You didn't even
I
pick
like
one
the
of the
little
cool
pizzazz.
demons.
I know. Get a payment or,
A small audience.
I also the
Asmodeus is in Paranormal Activity, just so you know.
The selfishness of Alex, when he's just like, you're not gonna want to be with me after this, are you? All right, well, I'm gonna give you up.
Yeah.
And what right does he have to be mad at her for killing his mom? I was like, your whole family has been trying to murder her all night.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm so sorry, babe. I really don't want to explode. Can you please help me?
He's like, sweetie.
Maybe.
Fuck off.
Explode faster.
I'm actually glad that Daniel took his death by a gun instead of exploding with that horrible family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although Charity's an idiot.
Charity's
I was
a bitch.
like, you didn't even have to shoot him. You could have run up on him and probably gotten her. Like, why? You didn't have to shoot him.
I think she was just pissed off at that moment because she was just like, you're ruining everything for me. And in that moment, it was just like, you got a gun in your hand, boom. That's why you don't just have guns laying around.
I don't know that I've ever been that mad. Well,
have you been in that exact situation though?
I've been in that situation.
Oh, okay.
Where I'm going to explode when the sun comes up.
Also, fun fact about the exploding, that was all done with practical effects. And
they exploded?
Yeah, they exploded. So they would they showed Helena do this, and they would stop it, and then they put a thing in her place and exploded stuff everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, and apparently the actor that played Fitch was like, "Can I get some in my mouth?" So they got some in his mouth. That's why he goes. He was he thought it would add to it, and I was just like, "That's funny."
That is funny.
I also
that scene was so iconic.
When she throws open the curtains and they're like, and nothing happens.
Like vampires. They're like, so That's embarrassing.
Well, see, because then you
Sorry,
think it's
Grace.
nothing, and then it's very much something.
Yeah, it really is. They've got a whole ass demon. That's fun.
Now it's you guys ready or not?
Yeah.
Although, yeah, when the music starts back up, like all warped and creepy, I was like, oh, y'all are fucked.
I like
also,
how like
just the final shot of her sitting with the cigarette on the stoop is mwah, 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 mwah.
Cinema.
I also the other line that she's got where she's like, "Fuck your fucking family."
Yes.
Shit out of Becky.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck your fucking family.
And that's when he comes in. He's like,
"Huh?
How could you do
"Did you
this?
say that?
Don't kill my mommy."
Yeah.
Who's trying to kill you?
Well, see, he's not. It seems like he's not even like kind of upset with that. He's just kind of like, "You're not gonna want to stay with me, right?" It's like his selfishness of like, "Oh, I'm not even gonna get to be with you after this." Okay,
how do you see this moving forward? Like
her taking off the ring and tossing, "I want a divorce." It's so iconic, and then he just fucking explodes.
all
It's
over
so good. It's so good.
Well, so okay, I was actually thinking about this part because the whole thing is that anyone married into the family, like they're gonna die or they're like cursed as well, right?
Uh-huh.
So she's married in. So is it because I mean, it's not like a legal
I think she
divorce,
hasn't been like accepted yet because
Yeah,
she hasn't
she's the
completed
bride
game.
still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they did get married though.
I
Yeah,
think
but-
it's more about like whether the family has accepted her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they say in the beginning, it's like you're
because
not.
this was the trial.
Yeah, you're not officially a Le Domas unless you didn't play.
Yeah,
the
they
game.
were like, he
Yeah.
was like, they care more about the game than they do the wedding or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure. I was like, is her being like, we're divorced? Did that like save her?
Oh, did that help out a little?
Oh, maybe.
And also,
I didn't even think about that.
I mean, technically, maybe she probably didn't even sign because don't you like take a while before you like actually sign the papers?
I think
that
you
are,
have
like,
to sign the
official?
official?
Do it
papers
before.
before.
Yeah, it's before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's usually
for
what
sure.
people do. It doesn't.
You get the
I
marriage
guess you could.
license.
I guess you could sign them after, but I feel
We
like
did
that'd be
ours
weird.
after.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
because I've heard of
Yeah,
people
because we
doing
did it like
after.
we did like the ceremony in Iceland, and then we like came home and did the
Signed all
paperwork.
the legal paperwork and stuff.
No, but it
Oh.
usually happens like a week before the wedding or
Mhm.
so. Because yeah, my
Mhm.
friend that I just made the dress for, she did
Mhm.
hers like I think a few days ago.
Mm.
Or some
Hmm.
people will do it like day of or like day before. Or
That
whatever.
sounds like a lot of stress.
Yeah, but they're out in the middle of nowhere, so maybe they.
That was the other thing. I was like, midnight. Y'all just had a whole wedding. I'd be
Yeah.
tired.
Like, bro, you want me to meet you somewhere at midnight? I'm meeting my husband's dick.
I don't even want to play checkers after
Yeah,
a
it's
wedding.
little late.
I'm tired.
That's like when she's hiding in the dumbwaiter and she's like, "What did you do on your wedding night, Grace?" "Oh, I hid in a dumbwaiter all night."
Yeah,
Oh no,
Grace
go ahead.
is iconic. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
her.
I love her.
She's fantastic. She's so funny. Oh my
Yeah.
God, she's so funny.
You
and
guys
like
have
Have
to watch-
Samara Weaving in more things.
You guys have to watch. She's in a lot of stuff actually.
Oh, I just haven't seen it then.
We watched all her movies, but you guys should watch The Babysitter.
Babysitter's
because
really good.
She's very funny in that too.
Yeah, Babysitter's
Hmm.
good. It's another one that's like it's like kind of like a dark comedy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally a dark comedy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Horror comedy.
it's-
It's very
yeah.
funny.
It's funny. I like it. Because that was like I said, that was almost my pick for this. Because I was like, oh, because I picked this and I was like, oh, I should have picked Babysitter because like I forgot that she was in it. And I was like, no, I'll stick with Ready or Not.
Yeah, it's a good one too. So
I actually kind of want to bump my score up to a 9 now after talking about it. It's just so. It's rare that I even like a horror comedy, but this one I felt like the balance was really good, and I
Yeah.
felt like it wasn't making fun of other horror movies. It just was a
Yeah.
horror movie that was also really funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Perfect.
It's like one of those horror comedies that like people they feel like real people like and like y'all of her oh yeah, y'all didn't talk about her like screaming at the end.
That was so strange.
I was like, is this some kind of like ritual scream?
I was like, why did she sound like a goat on purpose? Like, what is this, Grace?
It went on for like 7
She's
seconds.
just
It was so
just
long.
Like, what is this?
Just like with the knife. Yeah, that was Ready or Not.
I loved it. It was so good.
Love it.
Yeah, I think, what did I give it? An 8? I think I bump it back. I think I bump it up to a 9 too. I'll just give it a full 9.
I feel like at the end of the year we need to do like a ranking board of all the movies we've done.
Hereditary wins for sure.
But you know, like the S tier, like
yeah.
We need to like do a tier list for all the movies we've.
Oh, that'd be a fun episode. like
sort of like an end of the year.
Them?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Except we'd be arguing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we would.
But I feel like we could settle on pretty much
F tier.
I'll just give up when it comes to mine.
You did a good one though, and we're very
yes, this is a good episode.
And you gave us J-Lo, so
that's true. Hey, you've given us 2 hotties. What's up with that?
And we have to. We can only thank you for that.
I'm giving my here's some safe movies before I jump into another weird one.
Or what if you just kept this gravy train rolling? You know what I'm saying?
Just keep picking safe ones.
Yeah, just keep
more bad movies. More bad movies.
I think the bad movies are kind of fun to talk about because it's fun to like listen to Drag Me to Hell and Terrifier is still my favorite ones to listen to because we just ragged on them.
It is more fun when we all don't like a movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of awkward when like one person really liked it and we're all like, I hate to tell you, but that was shitty.
I do also like it when we all really like a movie though, because I feel like we all have so much to say.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We'll sprinkle some shit movies in every now and again.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be funny if we could figure out a way to watch that new horror Grinch movie because I feel like we would rag on it.
Oh yeah, baby.
It looks so bad.
I really want to see the new David Harbour. Is it?
I did too.
Yeah, I want to see that really bad.
I haven't even seen like a trailer for that.
I haven't watched the trailer
really?
for it. I've just seen the images of it.
Yeah, I watch horror trailers, but yeah, I've seen
it coming to theaters or is it streaming only?
I think it's in theaters.
It's in theaters right now.
Yeah. But yeah, if audience, we'll probably take a week to do Krampus, to do a little holiday movie.
Yeah, we gotta do a Christmas movie.
Christmas movie.
But my pick comes before that.
What is it?
What is Siberia's
You guys want to hear about it?
Yeah.
It's all the rage.
I know it.
So my pick is a 2017 film. It has our friend Lord Laris from House of the Dragon in it. It takes place abroad. My movie is The Ritual.
Yeah! I'm so excited. I love The Ritual.
This
movie is so
I've only seen it once, and it was like it was like a random pick. Like
exactly.
I was with my roommate and her boyfriend at the time, and we were scrolling through, and they were like, "The Ritual, what's that?" It's like, I don't know, let's watch it. And I'm like, this is good.
No, literally, I was just chilling at home like one evening, just kind of bored, and I was like, I saw it, and I was like, oh, a new horror movie? Yeah, I'll watch it. And I put it on, and I was like, oh my god,
gooped, gagged.
So the first time, I've only seen this movie once also, and when I watched this movie, I was seeing this guy, and he had a screen like a projector like in his like wooded backyard. So I watched this movie like at night outdoors in the woods.
That sounds dope.
It was crazy.
Nah.
Dope.
That's so scary.
Oh, you must have been shitting your pants.
Oh yeah, but like
this
movie
can we go inside now?
Yeah.
It hits all of the cult boxes. Like I was gonna pick Midsommar, but like The Ritual is just like
it's so
for
good.
me.
It's so good.
And I feel like The Ritual is a lot more. I mean, I know we've talked about the wide range of horror, but it's definitely scarier. I think has more horror elements in it. It's so good. I love that movie. I've seen it a lot.
So good. I can't wait to watch it again.
I know. What's one more?
I'll watch it all the time. I've got no qualms.
Yeah. So, and it's on Netflix. It's free, baby. It's free.
Mm-hmm. If you have Netflix.
If you have Netflix, it's free, I guess.
Yeah. It's like we just
as free as something can be in this capitalistic society.
we just assume everybody's got Netflix and Hulu.
I feel like I kind of do assume everyone has Netflix.
Yeah, I assume. Or they know somebody who
they
have
log
in.
You have access to Netflix. You're fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, The Ritual, please watch it.
Fun.
Yes. All right, we'll see you next time on Eeks and Geeks.
Yay.
I don't like our outro song.
Okay, it was a practice.
We'll work on it.
Yeah. I guess we'll workshop the outro
song.
song.
Choreographed outro song.
Yeah,
we all do a number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Da, 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 yeah. Da, da.
And we all just like get off frame.
All right, feel free to cut that where you will.
Yeah, we have a cutoff there somewhere.
Yeah.
No, let's actually say goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Okay,
Okay, bye.
Bye.